I was sitting and thinking about this, and I was thinking 25-year-olds don't actually call up 13-year-olds to hang out. This afternoon, my son, who happened to stay home from camp, which I won't get into, the craziness of having my kids home when they could be at camp and I'm trying to work, we won't go there. But my son, he's 13, asked me, or not even asked me, he told me, he said his cousin, his older cousin, who's about 25, was coming to get him. And they were going to go out to the courts and shoot around and have some fun. And, I was sitting and thinking about this, and I was thinking 25-year-olds don't actually call up 13-year-olds to hang out. I knew instantly that my 13-year-old had called up his big cousin and asked him to come over and pick him up so they can go out and hang out. I was in session with a client today, and she was talking about how she's under a lot of stress and under a lot of pressure, and her family doesn't seem to be stepping up. They're not actually, she'll complain to them, but they're not stepping up and offering help. And she, like me, tends to feel a little bit forsaken and a little uncared for when the people in her life don't step up in ways that she desires for them to. And you may say, what's the connection between these two stories? And the connection is really simple. My son wanted to hang out with his big cousin, so he called and he asked him to come get him. His big cousin responded positively and made plans to come over and pick him up. My client wants her family to step up in ways to support her, but they don't. The difference is that she hasn't asked them for what it is that she needs. The message here is, if you're not asking for what it is you want or need from people, then you can't really be upset when you're not getting it. Now, I'm not saying that just because you ask, you're going to always get. In fact, it's probably not good to get everything that you ask for. That will create, honestly, a pretty entitled person, spoiled and maybe even selfish. But what I am saying is that, as the saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. If you're not asking for what it is that you want, then how can you be sure that people even know? And more than that, how can you say that you're giving people an opportunity to love you in ways that you really want them to if you're not telling them what it is that you want from them? My son, I'm sure, has asked his cousin to come over and pick him up and go hang out and shoot some hoops at the court plenty of times before, and his cousin has actually had to say no for whatever reason. But he doesn't give up just because he experienced a no. In fact, I witnessed him ask his cousin a couple days ago, and his cousin pretty much said, no, not today, it's not a good time. He didn't get down, he didn't get frustrated. Clearly, he followed up with another call a few days later today, and he got what he asked for. I want you to challenge yourself to ask for what you want. Now, we'll deal with managing our feelings and emotions and regulating our feelings of distress when we're not getting what we're asking for in another post. But today, the post is ask for what you want, shoot your shot, take the chance. God bless you.